Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us today to talk about data for financial services, developing solutions for the future. My name is Andrea Hall. I'm the Manager of Implementation Services at FormAssembly, and joining me today is Hanna Tomelden, one of our implementation managers at FormAssembly.
Hi, everyone, and thanks for being here too, Andrea.
So let's start with who we are. FormAssembly is the leading enterprise data collection platform dedicated to helping organizations streamline processes and navigate even their most strict standards for data security and privacy. We have 4,000 customers, 3,000 or more of which are also Salesforce customers. We are GDPR and CCPA compliant, and our compliance cloud plan is also HIPAA compliant and PCI DSS Level 1 certified. FormAssembly makes it easy for people like you to create forms, collect data, and send that data to a wide range of popular systems. Hanna and myself are both part of FormAssembly's implementation services team. Our implementation team works to provide professional expert help when it comes to building out your form solutions. We offer a handful of services, including onboarding assistance, form reviews, form building services, personalized consulting calls, and group training sessions. So let's talk about how financial services benefit from using FormAssembly. We have quite a few key certifications, but most importantly, we help you achieve safe and compliant payment card information collection with PCI DSS Level 1 certification on the Compliance Cloud plan. We offer a sensitive data feature to help distinguish form fields you need for sensitive data control, including when you collect credit card codes, social security numbers, and other personal information. We also offer many different user controls. As a FormAssembly admin, you can enjoy control over the forms you use, your organization's users, and other aspects of your account. Hanna, FormAssembly can simplify many processes for banks and financial institutions. Could you touch on a few common use cases?
Sure. So what we're seeing here are the top use cases for financial services. So for loan and financing applications, an example would be the SBA's Paycheck Protection Program, where the form could collect applicants' information for loan approval. For personal and commercial banking applications, this would allow information gathering and document uploads. If using Salesforce, you'd also be able to create new client records or update existing ones. And finally, for financial client updates, you can pre-populate a form with existing client information and have your clients update it.
Awesome. So our main question today, how does better data allow financial services companies to address an ever-changing landscape? We recently worked with a banking institution to quickly implement a new project that arose during COVID-19. Hanna, can you tell us more about the issue that the bank was facing and how FormAssembly helped?
Sure. So as you, Andrea, mentioned earlier, the implementation services team provides a variety of services from consulting calls to form building services that help progress your clients' forms. So together with Solvis Consulting, we worked with this banking institution to create a form specifically to collect information for the SBA's Paycheck Protection Program. So the requirements of the SBA were changing almost every day, and the bank needed to reflect those changes in their form. We originally built out one form for all the company types, but the requirements, specifically the documentation needed for small businesses, sole proprietors, and self-employed individuals were different. So instead of a single form, we did a multi-form process where each of the forms were specific to the company type. Before I show the form that we built out, I'd like to briefly talk about our COVID assistance program. So with FormAssembly's COVID-19 assistance program, we help those serving in the front lines. So we offer free compliance cloud accounts and implementation services to organizations with projects involved in the fight against COVID-19. So some common use cases are clinical trial screening forms, volunteer registration forms, donations, loan application forms, and more. With that said, I am now going to flip over to the form that we built out. This is the bank's PPP application form, where the first form in the process is called the program application form. And it provides information about the Paycheck Protection Program loan, who can apply, loan details and forgiveness, and the required documents. They're also asking a couple of other qualifying questions, such as if they are already a customer of the bank, and if not, they would be able to open an account with them via the form also and upload the necessary documents. Towards the bottom of this page, they're also asking other questions that would allow the applicant to move forward with the loan application. Additionally, they're also asking who is filling out the application, if you are the authorized representative or if you're someone other than the authorized representative. And the last page of this form is a business information part where we ask who is or what the type of company, and also other information about the business, such as the business type, registration date, and towards the bottom of this form, the mailing address and the business TIN. If they are currently not a customer of the bank, they would be able to upload the necessary documentation. So this is a conditional section that's being triggered by the question on the second page asking if they are currently a customer, and if not, so they would be able to see this. So the conditional questions would allow people to answer only the questions that apply to them. The main difference between the forms for a sole proprietor, a small business, and a self-employed individual is this average monthly payroll calculation page in the form. So this is, by the way, the second form in the process where we ask for the total wages and additional payroll expenses and excluded payroll costs here at the bottom. So whatever they select on this page would trigger conditional upload fields in the upload attachments page. The one for small businesses and sole proprietors are pretty much the same. So they have this extensive list of documents that they need to upload in the form, whereas the one for self-employed individuals or individual contractors, we are only asking for the net income, and another question about receiving EIDL for payroll purposes, and there are only 4 documents that they need to upload. And with that said, I will pass it back to Andrea.
Awesome. Thank you for walking us through that, Hanna. That was a really very thorough form. So moving on, what main solutions did FormAssembly offer for the financial institution?
So because FormAssembly is an easy-to-use drag-and-drop web form builder, our implementation services team was able to keep up with the SBA's requirements and make edits to the form whenever needed. In addition to the information required for the Paycheck Protection Program, as we showed earlier, the form also allows non-customers to submit their information to be able to open an account with a bank, and that includes uploading the necessary documents needed by the bank. We also created a business information form that redirects to a second form based on the company type that they select, where the questions are very specific. You will only be required to fill out the questions that apply to you. The connection to Salesforce was also seamless, and they were able to check on existing clients versus prospects. And with the information already in Salesforce and sent to sales representatives and business advisors, they were able to reach out to their clients and create a more personalized experience with them based on the information they already have.
That's great. It sounds like we helped them solve a lot of pain points along the way.
We did.
So Hanna, can you also highlight a few features that are commonly found to be beneficial for all financial services?
Sure. So with a bank that we worked with, they were able to leverage advanced form and field calculations, as we showed earlier with the payroll calculation page and the upload attachments page. And also they had the opportunity to streamline internal business processes such as approvals and personal information updates. FormAssembly also offers save and resume, where for longer forms, respondents would not need to complete the form in one sitting. They would be able to save the response and go back to it and complete it whenever they can.
Awesome. Thank you, Hanna. So looking ahead, both now and in the future, financial services organizations have an obligation to implement high-tech solutions that protect customers' security and privacy while providing flexibility, enhanced user experience, and better data processes. FormAssembly helps you to revitalize your organization with better data practices. A few examples of that are tax information collection, customer feedback surveys, client onboarding, claim submission processes, information requests for private equity firms, broke or client change requests, mortgage application and documentation, and insurance application processes. So head on over to our website to start your free trial. FormAssembly does offer a 14-day trial on all of our plans. And that wraps up our session for today. Thank you, everybody, for joining us, and be on the lookout for a follow-up email with content related to financial services.